Hi everybody, it's Christina. I am going to do a short haul from the thrift store this morning. I have tried to film this video a bunch of times today. My son's grounded from his iPad and he's at my dad's this weekend, so I was going to use that and I downloaded an app, but I couldn't get it high enough, to get the angle when I had it at this level where my phone is at now, propped on what I have my phone propped on. It was too close and I couldn't get it any further away. So after fiddling with that for about half hour, 45 minutes, I got frustrated and I got on eBay and I found a holder for iPads and phones. This one is just for a phone. I think I mentioned before I bought a selfie holder, which I didn't realize on Amazon. I was just trying to find something to keep my phone steady. So just a lesson learned for myself and just like a tip for anybody who's starting out to make craft videos and whatnot. When you get a holder for your phone, make sure it fits your iPad too, or your Kindle, whatever you plan to use. Make sure it has multiple functionality and not just hold your phone, because the video looks much better on the iPad. I'm sitting at my craft space. The window's open over here. The sun keeps going in and out, and it's cloudy one minute. Sun's kind of peeking out right now, so I have my light on over here in the sunlight, and I'm not happy with the color and the way things are coming out. So this is still a learning process for me. But for anybody who's just starting out, just like I am, just get one of those stands. You can get them on eBay or Amazon. They're not super expensive. Just make sure it fits your iPad and your phone, etc. It will help you out in the long run. Plus your color, like your lighting and everything, will be better. And go from there. Okay, I'm done rambling for those who don't like talking videos, but anyway. I went to the American Rescue Workers, not far from me, and I found a bunch of hem facing and a couple things of seam binding for 10 cents a piece. This is actually a really cool teal. It's coming up brighter than I would like it to, but I snatched that up. And then they had this, which is kind of an off-white, but I may tea dye it, I don't know yet. And then the gray seam binding. And you can see how old they are because it says 39 cents. Isn't that really cool? So I definitely found some vintage seam binding. This is a really cool green. It's not that dark. I'm not, yeah. I mean, it's a little lighter than that, but it'll do. And then I got another thing of the white. And then, oh, I just hit the phone. Okay. And then this is cream colored, so I won't be dyeing that. And then they're all 3 yards or 2.5 yards. This one was 60 cents. I got the pink and I got the light blue. And then I found these two seam bindings. It was the only two seam bindings they had. Look how cheap that is, 19 cents. Guaranteed color fast. One's eggshell and one's white. I'll probably dye this one. But I thought that was really cool. For 10 cents a piece, and I got $1 worth. And we have the traffic again. Also, when I was just about to film, the fire truck sirens went off because there's a fire station about 3 blocks away, and then the other one is about 5-6 blocks away. And so I had to wait for them to go by. So, yeah. But I got those, and I found these today at the same place. They were in the end of the shelf where the vintage books are. They're 2 golden books, The Pokey Little Puppy's Wonderful Winter Day and Busy Timmy. And these, I have never seen these in this size. I was measuring it before I started filming, And I have seen the little mini golden books that are real tiny that they don't make anymore. They stopped making them in the 90s. And I have like a small box where I've been collecting them and buying them up. And I found some really good deals on them. I was measuring these, and it goes about 5.5 across and about not quite 6 lengthwise, just shy of 6 inches. So I'm not sure if I'm going to turn these into junk journals or keep them as is. I've never ever seen this size, not on eBay, and I spent tons and tons of time looking for the mini ones. So I'm going to look these up. Look at that, 69 cents. I got these. They had the original price on them for $1. I got both of these items, all these items, for $1.59. These two were $1 a piece, and then these were 10 cents a piece. And she said $1.59. I expected it to be $3, and I just kind of looked at her, and I was like, oh, okay, thank you. So, and then the other day, I was at the other thrift store, which is the Salvation Army one, and I found this book, and I'm so excited. The Windsor English Classics. It's A Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens, and then it has like an ink stain here, which I don't care. And then, but the date in it is 1925. It has the lady's name, and it's Ambler, PA, which is like outside of Philly. The book is 1925. The pages in this book are not like the other pages. They're very smooth and kind of a little shiny. You have to be a little careful when you flip through. I did that little tear by accident the other day. It does have some illustrations in here, if I can find one. There. So what I might do is scan these, and then I'll have to research the copyright, of course. One of the things that I love when I find old books like this is when I find things like these. This was in the book, Regina Africa, I'm not sure. Our Lady of Africa, pray for us, and for the infidels of Africa. So I don't know who owned this. And then it has that. And then it has prayer. So I thought that was really interesting. Out of New Jersey. But it was just really... And then it was asking for several ways to help the missionary sisters. And yeah, really cool. I think I'm going to scan that too. And then I absolutely love this. I found this in there. I'm definitely going to scan it and make some cardstock journal cards. It says, to Jean, Retreat 1932, from Irene, pray for me. Very, very neat. I will definitely, when I make this into a journal, I'm going to keep the spine. It's going to need reinforced, and I'm going to keep the cover the way it is, and then I'm going to make it into a journal for myself, and I'm going to put these in a pocket so I can keep them in this journal and kind of keep them with the book that they came in. So yeah, when I finally start making some journals and selling them, I think I'm going to include these with it. Now the wind's blowing. And then I found this book, Utopia, by Sir Thomas More. If anybody knows any of their history, which I love Renaissance and medieval times, he was a writer, and if you Google him, you'll see this book was 1947. I don't know that I'm going to take this apart, but it has that really cool... This is the plan of Utopia from the edition published in... Probably going to say this wrong. Basel in 1518. Sir Thomas More was definitely ahead of his time. his writings and everything were definitely advanced like Shakespeare, and some of them are still considered maybe advanced in this day, which is surprising. And he was also an advisor to Henry VIII. And there's an introduction here and explains everything. I first heard of Sir Thomas More when I watched Great Castles of England, or it's something like that on Netflix, and also on a couple documentaries that I've watched on Henry VIII. And if anybody has watched The Tudors, I think it was on HBO or Showtime back in 2010, 2011, the character was featured in that show. And I believe he was put to death by King Henry VIII because he believed that he had betrayed him or committed treason or heresy. I can't remember at this point, but it's very interesting. So Google it if you have time, Sir Thomas More and Utopia. But I love this cover. Like, look at it. I'm not sure if I'm going to take it apart yet or what I'm going to do with it. But there are images that I'm going to scan. There's some more through there. But anyway, moving along. And then I found this one, Black Boy by Richard Wright. And then it's also the same author of Uncle Tom's Children, Native Son, and 12 Million Black Voices. I thought this was very interesting. I think I might actually read this. 1945. Copyright 1937, 42, and 45. And then, and then they have the blank pages that I love in the back because I like using those as pages. But, yeah, I think I'm definitely going to read this before I decide what I'm going to do with it. I got these all for $1, all these books. So that is my haul from those two. And I will be back with you soon. I'm going to do another video on the journal that I made for my pen pal. And that'll be the next video that I upload. Have a good weekend. Bye.